Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you are watching. We are almost at the end of February, are we? Yes, by the time you get this, it'll be the 22nd of Feb, and we have a short Feb, so yes, we will nearly be at the end. Can you believe it? So what have I been up to? It's the month of love, like we all know, so it was Valentine's Day. I'm not usually very big on Valentine's Day. But this year I bought Andy a fluffy toy, a fluffy dog that now James has wanted and wanted and wanted and wanted and won't let go. Sometimes I think Andy thinks I'm completely crazy, but that's what I did for Valentine's Day. We didn't go out for dinner because it was actually an evening where we didn't have load shedding, which was really great, so we stayed at home and cooked, which was nice. But yeah, it's been the month of love. I also went, sorry, before I forget, let me tell you about this. I also went to the Flux Trends talk. It was called The State We're In, Aftershocks and Blowbacks, Adapting to Bombardment Stress. Now, Dion Chang and his team of amazing people at Flux Trends do this. I'm not sure actually how regularly they do it, if it's every 3 or 4 months, but I go all the time. And they always take the acronym of trends and break it down into various trends that are coming through in the world. So like trends is technology, obviously, and E is the environment, I think, and they go through a whole lot of things. It's really, really awesome. It's 1 hour, it's never over. He always sticks to time, which I love, and he tells you all the things that are coming up in the world and what to look out for. Big thing he spoke about that really touched me was plastic and how it's affecting the world, and that by 2050 I think they reckon there'll be more plastic than fish in the sea. He gave us the top 10 items of plastic, of which number 3 was earbuds, which I know I contribute to. Straws was actually number 7 or 8, which obviously the world has changed quite drastically on that, well, at least in South Africa it has. But it was really, really interesting, and I really enjoyed it, as always. So I will leave a link below to his, to be able to subscribe to his newsletters, because he sends all kinds of trend stuff on there. And then you can see when that next one is, in case you want to join. So today I wanted to chat a little bit about unconditional love. And it's this whole idea of loving yourself, right? But unconditional love for me is something we can learn from our pets, especially my dogs. They are 3 little, I was going to say human beings, to me they are sometimes, but they are 3 little beings that I know love me totally, utterly and completely, no matter what happens. I cannot wait to get home in the evening, no matter how bad my day's been or good my day's been, or how emotional I'm feeling, or if I've been sitting in traffic or whatever it may be. I cannot wait to get to that garage door, because I know that there are generally 3 little faces on the other side waiting to see me, and they are so excited to see me. And they just, like Andy will say to me, oh, this little one, being Julie, has been waiting for you all day. But I just absolutely love it. And no matter what my mood is, when I see their little faces and I see how happy they are to see me, it's almost like dropping a piece of butter into a very, very hot pan. It just melts immediately, and all your bad moods and all your feelings and emotions and worries and stresses, they just seem to melt away when I see them. But what I really like about their love and unconditional love is that's how we need to apply the thinking to ourselves. So we've spent quite a bit of time this month talking about accepting all the good and the bad about us, and also some of the ugly, I suppose. But if you can love yourself no matter what, all the bits, bobs, quirky things, the funny things, the good things, the amazing things, the things you've worked out that you really do like about yourself, if you can love yourself wholly, wholly and completely, that is a recipe for success. And I can't stress this enough. You have to love all of you, and you have to spend time on you. I read something yesterday, and I put it on my Insta stories, that you should allocate 1 hour a day, which is less than 5% of your day if you break it down, to you, and doing it no matter what. Like whether it's meditating, whether it's reading, whether you take that time to exercise, or whatever it is, sit in a coffee shop and just drink coffee and stare into space. Whatever is important to you and you love doing, you should give yourself 1 hour a day to do it, no matter what, and never ever sacrifice on that. It will make you so much happier, I promise you, and it will make everyone around you so much happier. So when you start feeling, oh, I can't do that because I'll let this one down and I need to fetch the kids and my boss will be looking for me, they will love you so much more if you love you. And I've been saying this over and over this month, but it's the truth. You have to love yourself. And remember, you have to love you for others to love you. You have to believe in you for others to believe in you. And that's where you have to start. Start with you. And I've said this as well a million times. You have to come first. And it is not being selfish. It is getting you right and your inside right, and your connections to everybody else will fall into place. I promise you they will. So, the confidence tip for today. I want you to think about something that you're not so happy with. Something that's getting you down. It's a situation generally, like maybe your job's irritating you, or a friendship is bothering you, or you're not getting something that you think you deserve out of that friendship or a job or out of a colleague or whatever it may be. Any relationship really. I want you to think it through in quite a lot of detail. And then I want you to tell me, how can you flip it around and take a positive out of that negative? Okay? Now, you can do this in many ways. So let me give you some examples. If you're really, really bothered about work and the situation you're in, and you're spending too much time and energy in something that you're getting no reward or recognition for, why don't you allow it to put your energy into another place? You can then be thankful that this has happened at work, because it'll redirect you into a place where you want to be. So you might say, okay, well, I'm going to spend less time trying to get myself to work so early in the morning and killing myself for nobody to even notice that I've put in the extra hours. And I'm using this as an example, right? It's probably quite a silly example, but it'll demonstrate the point. So no one even recognizes that. So why don't I rather I'll get to work, I'll get into where my work is early, because maybe you do that for traffic reasons. But then I'm not going to go to the office. I'm going to go and sit somewhere at a coffee shop and read, because I never get to do that. And I'm going to spend some time on motivating myself. Then you can be thankful for the situation you were in, getting you to a better place. Does that make sense? So I've done quite a bit of this year in terms of being thankful for the things that have been getting me down. I was in a situation where I was feeling like I had been doing something so terribly wrong because I wasn't getting the attention I wanted out of somebody. And I finally realized that I was spending so much time harboring like conversations with this person in my head and worrying about it and stressing what I had done. And it was just bringing me down so much. And I decided to rather change it around and give my energy I was putting into that into people who wanted me around. So by changing it and giving that energy to somebody else, I'm quite thankful that this person's let me go almost. Because by letting me go, because I'm not getting what I want out of them, I can move forward and into a better place and get lots of recognition and reward out of another place. Does that make sense? I hope so. That's what your confidence tip is for today. Our leadership tip for today leads on from that confidence tip. And that is that you can only do your best. If you can honestly, hand on your heart say, I have done my best, I have tried my best, I have done everything I can in this situation, then you're winning. You've done all you can. You can only try your best. That is the place you start, and that is where you go from. Try your best every single time. Okay, so now on to my two favorites for this week. My first one, I can't believe it's taken me so long to talk about actually, is I am a coffee-holic without a doubt. If I drink coffee all day I would, especially cappuccinos, but this year I actually haven't had one cappuccino. Actually I lie, I have had one when I had a cheat meal and I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would. But that's been a big change for me this year. I'm onto my espressos and Americanos again. And but even before that, I was super into my coffee. I have an espresso machine at home, thankfully. And they've changed some of their flavors at the moment. And these are my 3 latest favorites. I will link them all below for you, but they are delicious. And I think it's also quite cute that they're all the different colors: gold, pink, and turquoise. Some of my favorite colors, actually. And yeah, and I alternate them around. So I always have one when I come back from gym, and then I pack my Nespresso travel cup so that I can drink another one on the way to work. I love them, and it's really good coffee. The second favorite I don't have here for you to show you because it's in the freezer, but I'll pop a picture up of it here for you now. And these are the new ice creams at Woolworths. Well, I actually don't think they're new, but I remember the chocolate one from quite a while ago, but now there are 3 flavors that Andy and I are obsessed with. And don't worry, Mr. Trainer Lance, I only do it on my cheat night. But there is pistachio, there is vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, and Belgium chocolate. It is out of this world. They are absolutely delicious. Really good gelato. So those are my 2 favorites for this week, all food related. One that I have every day and one that I have once a week. But that's the video for today. I hope that helped you in some way. Remember to be unconditionally loving of yourself. It's important to take the good and the bad and accept everything about yourself. I love you lots, if nobody has told you that today. And I hope you have a really loving, full day. Bye.